where's it going to end? Another bull run from Bitcoin overnight. It's Fish, the Beach Bum Investor, here with your cryptocurrency discussion and report for the 8th of December 2017. Incredible 24 hours in the economy, surging towards the $500 billion mark for the overall market cap.
Bitcoin overnight. It's
And
Fish, the
I
Beach
forgot to
Bum
put that
Investor.
on pause. G'day, Hourglass. How you going? Just going to post up in Discord, let the guys know we've started. Oh, everyone is chatting away. Live now. Oh, fun. Close down Discord because it tends to beep away. Yeah, so crazy 24 hours in the crypto economy. It's been phenomenal, actually. Bitcoin's been on a surge that I really didn't see coming. I get uglier every day. Thank you, Wilkie. It's very, very kind of you. Nice to see you too. You love me because I got you into crypto, but you want to say I'm ugly. That's not very nice. All right, I'm going to close down here as well, so I don't get the beeping all through this. Just bring up CoinMarketCap now to see where the economy's trending. 23,000 BTC in Korea. Wow. Are you a time traveler? No, I'm not. Or I could be, but the act of time traveling has erased my memory, so I can't be sure. Thank you for the question, DJ Meat Popsicle. BB Junkie Floyd, how you guys going? Yeah, everyone's cheering, I'm sure. Those non-early investors are missing thousands by the day. I'd still like to keep my theory out there that it could, you know, Monday could be a day of shorting Bitcoin. Could. I'm just throwing it out there. I just want everyone to keep a level head about it. Like, it's really, really good to see this. I mean, I got in when the crypto economy was at 80 billion. So done quite well out of the crypto economy, but fpv.org. G'day. I don't think I've seen you before. I would remember that name. Welcome. Yeah, so I still think there's a possibility for shorts on Monday with CME trading opening up. Like I said on our Discord group this morning, and if I was a ruthless, heartless person in control of billions of dollars in a hedge fund or something like that, might be an idea to buy up a whole lot of Bitcoin and then bet on the shorts on Monday and make a fortune and then buy Bitcoin back again. Oh, wrong account. Someone's come in under the wrong account. That's what I recognize the name. Yeah, so I still think that's a possibility, although this, you know, you'd be brave to short Bitcoin at the moment. I still think it's a possibility, which is why I'm not stacking in more fair. I don't need to. Set myself up for this ages ago. Most of our group did. So, yeah, it's been a really good bull run. Look, the altcoins have suffered as a result. Let's have a look at the market together, and then we can go on to having a look at some individual coins. Did it? I didn't see that, G-Spec Gaming. I got like 50 investments I'm keeping a track of. G-Spec Gaming's just said, g'day, mate. ICX hit $3 about 2 a.m. Was interesting. Yeah, that is interesting. Nice to see. Traded my MTL for metal for this run up. Probably will buy it back in. Yeah, I think I said around $4 was too cheap for metal. I think it's a good project. Spygo, g'day. All right, guys, let's have a look at the economy. I'll bring you over to screen share. Let's have a look at the market. We can have a look at it. It's trending in the last little bit as well. Screen share. Share. All right, let's bring up coinmarketcap.com and see how we're going. I'm going to go to view all. Wow. Oh, my goodness. There must be some huge arbitrage opportunities with those differentials in prices at the moment between Korean exchanges. I heard some rumors about regulation coming out in the Koreans FOMOing and the Chinese, that they're not going to be able to buy Bitcoin. I also heard the Lightning, there was a test on the Lightning networks went successfully this morning. I found this article on Steemit, and it is by, to give the Steemit author a shout out, it is by Isacoin, ISACOIN, at Isacoin. And it just said that there's been a successful test done on the Lightning network. So Lightning Protocol 1.0 released today. Off-chain transactions tested successfully is the headline. So you can go check out that article on Steemit, which actually Brings us to one that's been doing quite well in Steam itself. We'll get down to that in a second. Let's have a look at the overall market. As you can see, the altcoins have bled a little bit as a result. Ethereum's been quite steady, which is good to see. Bitcoin Cash is dropping down to 1,200 now. Will that continue? A lot of people, well, not a lot of people. I heard a theory in our Discord group this morning that $1,000 will be the point of no return. So it's got to hold that $1,000 mark. Otherwise, it's going to drop into being just one of the alts. I agree and disagree. I really think Bitcoin Cash getting out to Coinbase is going to be very, very big for Bitcoin Cash. A lot of new money coming into the space, and people probably don't even realize it's a completely different thing. IOTA has been very strong, really, really strong. It dipped down to sort of 3. I can't remember, but I actually picked some more up on the dips. So I was stoked. Now it's been quite strong. I mean, it's down 5% in the last 24 hours, but you guys remember the bull run this has been on. So to only retrace that sort of amount in an altcoin bloodbath is quite impressive. Litecoin's down below the 100 mark. I think long term you're doing fine with Litecoin and Ethereum. I do think they're better buying than Bitcoin at the moment. That's my personal opinion. Okay, moving on down. What else we got? That's interesting. Stratus has been super bullish, and it just keeps going. Look at that, up another 8.98% in the last 24 hours. Hitting the stratosphere, crypto puns all over the place. All right, Motorcoin's been ridiculous. The cat lovers of the world just must be cheering at the moment with the success of Motorcoin and CryptoKitties. It looks like the cat lovers have won for the moment. I'm a dog lover. Come on, dogs. Come on, Dogecoin. I don't even hold any Dogecoin. I'm just going for the dogs. Hey, I think this is good buying, guys. This reminds me so much of Neo, and this reminds me of Ethereum in that I had opportunities to buy both of those coins a lot cheaper. And now whether I like Ethereum or whether I like Neo or not, which, by the way, I like both, I can get into future Lisk ICOs at a cheap price now. That's the way I'm seeing it. So I might actually suck up some more Lisk at that price. I think that's good buying today. That's my personal opinion. Unless there's been any bad news come out, but I think that's all just part of the altcoin bloodbath. Let's have a look at Neo. We sort of skipped by that. Yeah, 33, 32. I put mine in at 35, and I'll stack in again if it hits 30. I'll just see what happens with that. I'm sort of waiting and seeing while it's trading between that range. But if it gets down to 30, I think it'll bounce. I think it'll find support there. So I'll go again at 30. Yeah, interesting. Steam and SBD, guys, have been bullish as all hell, and I'm so stoked because I've been calling this for ages. But the real crazy thing is SBD itself. Now, we're going to have to go down the market cap a bit to find it, but I just want to show you what SBD is worth at the moment. And guys, I gave away over 100 Steam dollars. I gave away over 100 Steam dollars when I was in Steam to people in promotion. I gave away 50 Steam dollars just to decide whether to cut my hair or not. So I gave away $400 US on Steam to decide whether to cut my hair. Slightly regretting that move. But geez, if you are a blogger on Steam, you are just cheering right now. Cheering. So Steam and Steam dollars, just incredible growth. So yeah, good to see. We'll go back to the overall market cap, have a quick look and see what else is going around. But it's there's been certainly some real big winners amongst the red, but there has been a bit of a shakeout of some of the coins for sure. You got to remember, I always say, go back to where you bought it from. So I think most of you will find if you've been in for a month or so, a bit longer, most of your cryptos are still going to be much, much higher than where you bought them. I mean, we were only talking 2 or 3 weeks ago about PIVX at $2.80. Do you guys remember? Maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago now, but it was PIVX at $2.80. So even though we've taken 10% dips, yeah, we've come down off our $5, highs and even above that to $5.50. But from where we were, yeah, really, really nice. So if we can hold that $4 support during this correction or this movement from altcoins to Bitcoin, I think we'll do really well. Hey, this one here, guys, too cheap. This is where I'm going to stack in today. I'm going to get some Golem today. There we go, 28. Remember, Fish said this, 28.9 cents or 29 cents. Let's call it 29 cents. Fish is going to grab Golem at 29 cents today. That's where I might stack in. I've got a little bit extra. As I said, I was waiting for this, so I had some money set aside, so I might actually hit Golem today. That looks nice to me. And I've, you know, if Pixar or anyone starts using these Golem for their rendering because it's cheaper, it's more efficient, Golem's going to be a monster. If it's, you know, that's if that happens. So yeah, like that 10x under $2, forget about it. That's probably what I'm going to hit today as well. Golem and 10x. Although having said that, there are a lot of competitors coming into this space. And that brings me to something that I wanted to show you guys, actually, if that's okay. I just got a comment here. Oh, hello, everyone. Whoa, Mick moved Bitcoin to Ether today. Joe, I think so. Honestly, that would be my move. Yeah, I think Ether's underbought compared to Bitcoin, or Bitcoin's overbought compared to Ether, whichever way you look at it. I think that would be a good move. How Bitcoin on Coinbase through the Bcash fork is still owed Bcash, so I think they get it if they're going to dump the F out of it January 1st. Chris, I don't know what's going on with that, man. Where the Bitcoin's actually, where the Coinbase is actually going to pay out Bitcoin Cash. I did a video on it that's actually, like, I did a video that was just said, where's my stuff? That was the title of the video, and that's going through the roofs in number of views. So I think that people want to know the answer to that. I actually don't know 100%. G'day, Pablo. Hey guys, I just wanted to jump over and show you this thing because I like to do this. You know, some people have asked some questions. So Jen Owen has come in and said, hey there, awesome channel. I agree, Jen. Excellent comment. Just tried to post and it disappeared into cyberspace. Have a question about question, and I don't know if this is the best place to ask, but what are your thoughts on Centra? Okay, let's have a look at Centra. I did have a quick look at it before coming on. It's about a 25 million market cap. And this is a segue from 10x. So one of the value propositions of Centra is actually their crypto card. I had a look at the fees. The fees look reasonable. But let's get onto the website and have a quick look at Centra. 29 million market cap, 43 cents a coin, down 3.85%. You can see here, guys, remember the chart action we look for. Okay, downward, dips off highs, and consolidation. Consolidation, okay? That's a nice looking chart. It is. And I think this is going to be an active space in 2018, you know, making that currency spendable real well. But that's not the only thing Centra are doing. So we're just going to have a look at this for Jen, because she left such a lovely comment, which I completely agree with, about how good this show is. All right, let's have a look at Centra. Well, I thought it was pretty good. It looked pretty nice to me. Okay. So basically, you're looking at a few value propositions with Centra. Now, I'll go up here to products so we can see them. These are essentially the core value propositions of the Centra network. So we're looking at the Centra card. I'm just going to click on that now. And they have 3 categories of card. They've got blue, gold, and black. And basically that allows you to take out different limits each day. But if we get into it, it's on pre-order at the moment. You'd need 100,000, so 50 grand to be using CTR. Yeah, and there's basically different rates as well. The one thing that concerned me a little bit is the annual fee on it. I thought it wasn't too bad, I guess, but the percentage were actually really, really good. So if we go to, let me just find out where I did actually have a look at the rates earlier. Here we go. Click here for fees. Sorry about this. Mucking around while I'm on the show. But yeah, I thought the fees were pretty reasonable. $2.50 for a ATM withdrawal, $3 plus 1% overseas. That's so cheap. In like overseas fiat currency, that's really reasonable. Like if you go to Indonesia and use, like a lot of people in Australia will have gone to Indonesia or New Zealand or anywhere like that, you're going to get charged much more than this to take out fiat currency in another country, right? So to take out your Australian dollars overseas is going to cost you more than this. So I thought that was pretty cool. $20 activation fee. Yeah, okay. Annual fee of $50. Yeah, okay. Again, not super impressed with that, and not you know, as you get up, I'm not super impressed with the annual fees. That's the thing I didn't like about it. They seem a bit hexy for mine, because you certainly don't pay a $500 annual fee with Visa or something like that. So yeah, that was my concern with it. But the rates were excellent, and obviously zero. As you can see here, Centra CCE ATM fee, conversion fee is free. So when you're spending, just, you know, using it as a debit card in store, it's actually fee free. So not too bad at all. I had a look at the white paper. It wasn't super comprehensive, but wasn't a bad read. The team looks really solid, a solid big team. I'd have to look more into the individual team members, but I'll just quickly show you. Actually, sorry, we'll go through the rest of the products first. So they're also going to do a wallet, a multi-wallet, allowing you to store multiple cryptos in the one place. I think that's going to be, again, a growing market in 2018. So I think Centra have done well in identifying needs in the crypto economy that perhaps are not currently being met, and this looks to integrate a few of them into one place. So yeah, you'll be able to essentially store multiple cryptos in one place, but multi-wallets as I'm referring to them. So if we get on to the next product, it would be, I didn't really have a look at the Centra network, sorry. I think, oh no, that's the decentralized exchange, is it? Centra network, yeah, decentralized exchange to create a new unique hybrid platform. Yeah, cool. User assets against Bitcoin, Ethereum. So yeah, they're opening up an exchange, a marketplace. So they're doing a few things. You know, I've always said I like the idea of the decentralized marketplace, get away from the eBay model, charging too much. Yeah, so I thought they've identified several good, several needs that probably aren't being met to the fullest extent in the crypto economy. So, you know, for a almost a $30 million market cap coin, I thought it showed reasonable promise. It looks marketable. Centra is a cool name. The card looks nice. You know, multi-wallet, having an actual market, having an exchange, all but based around the Centra token. I think it's reasonable. I have to have a look more into I didn't get time to really sink my teeth into whether they're going to be paying a residual income to token holders. So that would be my real thing to sink my teeth in. But I just wanted to have a quick look, since we were asked that question on the YouTube channel. So it all looked pretty good. Let's have a quick look at the team and the roadmap, and then we'll get back to the rest of the economy. Okay, so large team. That's a lot of people doing a lot of things. Chief operating officers, chief compliance officers, you can see here. You guys can go through and check out the individual team members as well, but it's quite a large team. Not just advisors either. These are actually people working on the project. Well, that's as it's being advertised here. So yeah, considerably sized team. It does look like they're all taking that photo in exactly the same office, so I wouldn't be surprised if they're all working together. So yeah, cool. So in short, yeah, Centra looks like a promising platform going into 2018, because it is identifying that need and that want of crypto lovers everywhere to be able to spend that crypto. I'm back. Okay, back to the chat. Let's have a chat. All right, I'm back live, guys. So if I've missed anything and you're desperate to see it looked at, or you want your comment read out, or you have a question, please pop it back in there now. Chris, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think people, oh, we already read that. Huh. So you guys were being patient while I was having a look at that. Thank you. You picked up some QTUM today. I think it's a good long-term project, Pablo. I think you'll do well with QTUM. I think it's a solid project, man. Chinese-based. I stay away a little bit from the Chinese-based projects just because I think, if anything, they are more susceptible to heavy regulation going forward. But I've always said that QTUM is a really, really solid project. I got tipped that probably 5 months ago. Joe, you don't, mate, you don't apologize for things like that. Joe said, I'm very sorry about Byteball. Today was ugly. I have no idea why, mate. Today's been ugly for most of the altcoins. My altcoin holding has taken an absolute beating today. But, you know, from where I bought it all, it's fine. Still up significant amounts. But, yeah, it's taken an absolute hiding. Just taking a look now. Yep. Massive hiding. It has been thrashed. Yeah. Absolutely hammered. It's funny how this happens, you know. Because, I mean, inevitably the altcoin markets, in my opinion, will pump again behind. You know, the newbies are coming in and buying Bitcoin because they know Bitcoin. This pattern has repeated so many times since I've been in the economy. We'll see what happens. Oh, Ryan, you're not wrong. The Bitcoin roller coaster, man. It's not only a Bitcoin roller coaster, it's just like the differences in exchanges as well, what Bitcoin's trading at in different regions of the world. I've heard Korea's up to like, well, I'll tell you what, we can take a look. I'll show you how to look at this if you're interested, guys. Do another screen share. It's a screen sharing sort of day. Feeling sharing, I'm in a sharing mood. Okay. Screen share, share. But yeah, if you want to look at trade volumes, so what we're going to do, go over here to Coin Market Cap. Just get an update. But if you want to see what it's trading at on different exchanges, okay, so we've got 18,228 being the aggregate price, but there's going to be a massive variation in the markets here. So we go down, scroll to markets. Okay. So you can see here, look at these variation in prices, guys. So you can, you know, you can buy it off of Bitfinex and sell it on BitThumb for as long as you're happy to accumulate Korean won and then exchange that back into US dollars. So like the arbitrage opportunity there is insane, absolutely insane for such a high market cap. So you can see all these different prices that's been traded at. That is massive variations between some. Look, 22,000 Korea. If you guys have any doubt who is leading this market, I've been saying it for months and at least weeks on this show. I actually wrote a Steemit article months ago, like 5 months ago, said, because it was early morning and I said, oh, I want to write an article. And I wrote an article called Korea is about to wake up, are you? Or Asia is about to wake up, are you? And it was commenting on trade volumes clearly being out of Asia. But yeah, you can see the variations on, you know, we might be able to, yeah, by price here, we're getting 23,000. Look at this in top BTC. So if you did arbitrage from the top of the market to the bottom, that's a huge variation. Where's it being sold cheapest? Well, Bittrex against the Steam dollar. That's weird. Bitcoin Cash is getting heavily exchanged for Bitcoin on BTCC. Yeah, so there you go. Yeah, so there are arbitrage opportunities in the economy at the moment for sure. Interesting times. I am back again to the chat. Ton Kai Tong, how are you, man? Okay, guys, got 270 Neo now. What's good? We're doing an ICO in Neo if you're interested, Hourglass. Well, we're looking at doing an ICO. We're just getting expressions of interest at the moment. But we've got an ICO channel up in the Discord group for it, specifically for this single ICO. So, yeah, we're doing that in Neo. So if you're interested, you could have a look there. That goes for everyone who's in on that as well. I think we're probably about, because the BTC's run up, so we're probably only about a third of the way or even a quarter of the way of where we need to be on that one. But yeah, we'll just keep plugging along, and if we raise enough capital, we'll do it as a group. If not, we can do it individually when it hits market. So that's one worth having a look at in our Discord group. Oh, in big news as well, my friend got her crypto kitties and she was very happy. So that's obviously massive breaking news. This crypto kitty thing has been a bit of a phenomenon, actually. It's amazing how something so simple can bring more interest in crypto from the masses. It really is. But yeah, I think the headlines that Bitcoin's, you know, smacking down $20,000 doors. There's a lot of people FOMOing it now, and a lot of people who have been hearing about it from people like myself, my cousin for years, or in my case, 6 months or so. And yeah, they're starting, I'm certainly getting more phone calls and messages and that sort of thing. So I think interest from the general public, I am concerned and not fudding. I'm just realistic about the possibility of shorting on Monday. So yeah, well, I'm half FOMOing myself and wanting to put that money I already took out back in, but I'm not going to. I'm going to wait and see what happens on Monday. I can always buy it up higher and trade it if I need to make up lost ground, which I really don't. These run-ups, I'm just happy where I'm at. Has anyone got any in particular they're thinking a good value at the moment? We can take a look. Happy to open it up to public discussion at the moment. I'll have a look on the economy and see what I can find. But in the meantime, if there's any that you think are particularly good value, not just your favorite coin that you're holding, Agent Smith, if you come in and just start yelling Komodo, 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 I won't look at it. But yeah, guys, if you think anything's particularly good value, let's see if we can find some really good value during the, you know, what is an unstable time in the economy. There should be some good value with. Jay said buy Bitcoin Cash ASAP. I don't know if you're being serious or not. I can't remember. I don't think you are. There are some people who like Bitcoin Cash. I'm going to try and find what I think is good value. I already said I think Pay's really good value today, 10x. I think it took a dip. I think Lisk is good value. Still looking. ARK's getting back down to a nice buyable range again. Maybe wait on ARK, see if it does get back to 3, but it's around that 350 mark. Yeah, Joe, Byteball. I had a look at Byteball though, dude. It's not, the one thing I thought about it, Joe, is it's not fee-free, right? There is still a fee for actually transacting money on Byteball for transactions. But man, some of the use cases they've got in there are really, really interesting. You know who I think will actually be interested is Wilkie. I can't really go into detail as to why, but yeah, I saw some pretty cool uses being put forward by Byteball when I had a good look into it. I did actually have a good look into it, Joe, after you brought it up. I haven't purchased, man, but I was on the fence with it. But I definitely wasn't against it. It's just adding another crypto to my portfolio, you know. I've really got to love it to do that at the moment because there's a lot of them. I think OMG's a good buy at the moment as well, Chris. Based on historical highs, man, I think you'll see it a $10 coin. I say that all the time. It ran up to $10 2 weeks ago or a week ago. So, yeah, I think if it's found that sort of range, you know, today's good buying on OMG. I tend to agree. Dave Purebred Ven. I don't know, didn't that have a huge run up? Let me just have a look. I did like it, man. The website looks super professional. Down 20%. Okay. Let's have a look at the chart. Okay. Based on Fibonacci sequence, you probably are getting pretty close to buys on that, man. It did have a big run up before it, though. Big run up. I don't know. I don't mind it, though. I had a good look at the website. Looked good. The Fishy 5 undervalued coins, Spygo. Yeah, Lisk is cheap as well. Yeah, I said that one, BB. Okay, well, let's go with my top 5 at the moment. I'll tell you what I would buy today. If I'm shopping, well, I will be shopping later today. So if this doesn't all change by the time I hit the markets, I'm going to be shopping for I really think I've got to get some Lisk because I'm really backing that trend to continue, guys. I really am backing the trend that I've seen with Ethereum being up, people buying up Ethereum just whether they like Ethereum or not, they need it to get into the ICO that they like. Same thing with Neo. I'm liking Lisk because I want to get in more ICOs. I've done well out of ICOs. I feel like our group's getting a really good idea of how to assess them and decide which ones to get into. We've had a really good success rate. I think we're going to have to be even more critical coming into 2018 as the market even further floods. But I have no doubt that there will be some applications that are released on Lisk that we will want to invest in. Therefore, I'm picking up my Lisk now. So yeah, Lisk is probably something that I would get into as my top 5 at the moment today. Pay is definitely one of them under that $2 mark. I think that's really cheap. I'll be looking to stock up there. So that's 2. Let's have a look what else we got. Steam over $2. Wow. Bullish. Lovely. She has been hassling me to post on Steam. He's like, you're an idiot. This is all money you're missing out on. I'm like, oh, sorry. Randall Crotts. Randall says, this won't end well for the people who bought in the last 10 days, manipulated ahead of the futures kickoff. Randall, finally, someone who actually agrees with it. Well, I said people need to at least be aware of that, Randall. I really do believe people have got their blinkers on at the moment, man. I'm a huge, huge crypto supporter. I work for PIVX. I want to see the crypto economy succeed and succeed and succeed. But the growth behind Bitcoin in the last 2 months, man, with CME trading coming on Monday, I actually think there's more risk than potential reward at the moment with that risk event. So Randall, it's not a popular decision because you kind of get crucified for spreading anything that's even half conservative, let alone negative in this economy. It's happened to me before. I've been called a stupid Aussie fudder who should go and get eaten by a shark. I'm just being realistic. I want the crypto economy to succeed. I'd love everyone to dump all their fiat into crypto tomorrow. I'd become fabulously wealthy, and I also think it's a better way forward anyway. But I'm also realistic, man. And as I've said before, if I was a big whale, a big heartless whale in control of a hedge fund, if I was Jamie Dimon and I wanted to give out my I told you so's, I'd go buy a shitload of Bitcoin, dump it on the market, bet on the futures to short. Especially with the amount of inexperienced investors in this economy, you will create that panic. You will create a downward cycle and you will kill it betting on the shorts. Now, me personally, I don't have the power to bet, like to do that, and I wouldn't do it anyway because it's market manipulation. But the big guys love doing that sort of stuff. So I'm just saying, be aware that could be what is happening right now. It could be. And that's why I've got a little bit out, a little bit in. Back either way. It's also possible that CME is trading really validifies the crypto economy and huge institutional money comes in the masses on Monday. And then they're betting on the longs for CME as well with leveraged money and making an absolute ton. So it could go either way, but I'm just saying if I was a massive whale and institutional money doesn't exactly like the crypto economy because it's taking away the status quo for them. This has been their livelihood. This is how they've gained power and wealth all their life, and probably for generations in some cases. So there are people who would love to see Bitcoin fail. You guys know that, right? And people with a lot of money that would love to see Bitcoin fail. We do know that Jamie Dimon himself, we know that there was a massive buy order put on Bitcoin 3 months ago by JP Morgan. Was it 3 months ago? Right after he came out and said Bitcoin's garbage and the price dipped, then JP Morgan purchased, I think, $5 million, like $5 million. But that was a public purchase. How much did they buy up privately? I'm not trying to be conspiracy theorist or fudding. I'm just saying it is a possibility. And I think it's really dangerous in any case to get your blinkers on, because we're all sitting here cheering BTC, but I've told you my thoughts on IOTA. If it's successful, if the technology's proven to be secure over the next decade, then it should overtake Bitcoin, theoretically. Well, it should, because it's better tech. It's got more use cases. If it works. The thing it doesn't have is the decade of testing under its belt. But my point is I just think it's dangerous to get blinkers on. I really do. I understand how easy it is to get a favorite coin and just want to hold it, but I think it's dangerous as well. Chris, I haven't been in the economy long enough to see the patterns, any patterns developing for that. I actually think that if you're talking about non-institutional money, so general money, that it's more likely to be put into the economy than out of the economy. It depends. I think before Christmas it'll come out, and after Christmas it'll go back in, because people are generally spending before Christmas, and after Christmas, you know, they might get a bit of Christmas money from their grandma or something like that, and you might see a surge back into crypto at that time. But it's hard to tell, man. I can't. It's hard to predict that exact pattern. I don't think it necessarily relies on Christmas and Christmas alone. But obviously, traditionally and typically, Christmas period is a huge time for spending in the economy. And there was an argument put in our group that for every spend is a receipt, so that means that person can then invest it into crypto. But yeah, I think you'll find that your savings accounts tend to go down and spending accounts tend to, you know, credit cards and that tend to go up. So people playing with borrowed money and people saving less and investing less during this sort of a time. That's, you know, traditionally, who knows, crypto market could completely flip that on its head. G'day, Joe. Zhao's in. Yeah, so it's, I don't know, it's interesting. See what happens. But I certainly didn't see this growth coming. I really didn't. So it caught me by surprise. I've certainly cut my profits a little bit shorter than I would have liked to. Hey, Mike. But you know, I've said it a million times. You don't count missed profit as a loss. I've made good money, and I'm set whether it continues to pump or whether it retraces from here and gives me an opportunity to buy back in cheaper. I'm set either way, and I love being in that position. So, yeah. Okay, let's have a look what else we got here. Certainly possible. Fast crypto news. This is very, very bullish, and you usually find that fast crypto news is asked 20K Bitcoin soon. Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. I mean, percentage-wise from here, it's only another 10%, man. We've just seen it move 24% in the last 24 hours. So yes, 100% possible, 20K Bitcoin by the end of the year. I still think Monday poses, well, it is. It's a risk event. Whether it goes up or down is irrelevant. Like, doesn't classify whether it's a risk. It's a risk event. That's for sure. CME trading. So I'll wait and see what happens there, man. If CME trading, like, I'll probably give it a couple of days too. I'm not just going to go, oh, it's still going up after as soon as CME trading goes and then jump on board. I just find a range. I know how to trade. I can catch up ground if I need to. No, 20K by the end of the year, bro. Not 100K. I don't think 100K is possible. Not by the end of the year. But I wouldn't have said 20K was possible by the end of the year. But, you know, to get to you're going to have to bring in another 1.2 trillion with a T, $1.2 trillion into Bitcoin alone to get 100K. So no, I don't think so. Mike's saying 33K. Wouldn't be surprised to see it. I would. You guys, you're talking about 22 days, 23 days, 24 days, depending on which part of the country world you're in. This is 5x in 24 days on the largest market cap coin in the economy is super unlikely. That's my personal opinion. Now to 33K, we're still talking about another $200 billion flowing into Bitcoin alone, rough figures. $200 billion into Bitcoin alone within 25 days, with no one, you know, the net flow going into Bitcoin of $200 billion over the next 25 days. I don't see it happening. It could though. Like I've always said, I don't see it happening, but I would never short any of these coins, because when a crypto gets bullish, it doesn't follow ordinary growth patterns, not at the moment, which does make me think there is some risk involved at the moment. I just think the potential for for risk is higher than the potential for reward. Everyone has to do their own risk assessment. I've done my risk assessment in that I'm sweet either way. So that's my risk assessment that I've done. But yeah, if you just think it's just going to keep mooning, and by all means, do it. Do what's best for your strategy. But I think people are getting carried away. And when people are getting carried away, it's my time to take some profit off the table. I'm not contrarian. I just think there's a certain point where it reaches saturation for the particular wave of support. And I've mentioned before, people are going to be buying up all this Bitcoin, right? Now, not all SegWit integration has happened yet. It can still cost you a lot to move Bitcoin. It can still take a long time. And people don't know that yet. They've bought Bitcoin because they've seen it on the news. That's if this is just regular money and not, you know, an institutional money plan to make money out of the shorts. So if it is just, you know, normal people coming in, media attention, hype, all that sort of stuff driving it. Yeah, I mean, it can keep going, but yeah, that is insane. And that puts it into perspective for everyone. Randall's just said more dollar volume today than the entire market cap of Bitcoin a year ago. And that's a really relative point. So, you know, when we are starting to get to these points of saturation where my mum's calling me and asking me how to put $1,000 in, and just about everyone is starting to hear about it and Coinbase is trending up, that's just time for me to take a little bit off the table. I'm certainly not contrarian, but I just think it's gotten to a point where it's overbought for its use cases simply because it's still expensive and slow to move. I know they're working on it, but until those solutions are proven, it's overbought. That's my opinion. Doesn't mean I don't love it. I'm making plenty out of it, but I think it's overbought. That's why I took a bit off the table. Yeah, it's a reasonable point. BTC passed 300 billion market cap earlier. That's 200 billion in approximately 4 weeks. Yeah. So what you're saying is that another 200 billion in another 4 weeks is possible. Yeah, it certainly is. It could even increase the rate of adoption, but yeah, correction 3 weeks. But I still don't see it by Christmas. I could be completely wrong. Completely wrong. I've certainly been wrong on the conservative side more often than not in this economy. Yeah, exactly. Xiao said there's a lot of people buying because they saw it on the news. He's been getting calls from people that he'd asked if, you know, do you want me to invest the money for you, but they didn't trust the crazy guy. Exactly. And you guys have got to realize that as soon as they buy some for themselves, that's great. It's all just sitting there in their account. But the minute these people start to use Bitcoin and understand the crypto economy more and realize it is slow and it is expensive, yeah, that might all change very quickly. But until it's changed, until that happens, I have to base my assessment on the history of Bitcoin. And unfortunately, they can take quite a while to implement changes. Now, they're bucking that trend by doing the Lightning Network test today or in the last 24 hours. But I'm just saying where it is right now, I can't buy coffee with it. It's too expensive. And nowhere accepts it, not in Australia. So really all I have to do at the moment is either put it on a crypto debit card, which very few are being taken to Australia, take it out at a Bitcoin ATM with massive fees, or, you know, there's really not a lot of options. So I think we're getting, you know, I think it's speculative more than like its rate of adoption. Its rate of adoption in actual commerce, which essentially is what money's got to get to, guys. It's got to be usable in commerce. And if you want to be a form of digital cash, it's got to be used in everyday commerce. So I have to be able to use Bitcoin for a $2 transaction, a $1 transaction, because I can do that with my FPOS card down at 7-Eleven. So until I can do that with Bitcoin, to me, it's overbought at this price. Yeah, exactly, Randall. If Randall's just said no one's using it for peer-to-peer, just speculation. And speculation can drive the market to $100,000. It can. But I take a more pragmatic approach to my investing and look for where it's at and its use cases at the moment and why it is becoming the adoption by stores, okay, and places accepting crypto and Bitcoin in general is not matching the actual rate of growth of the currency. So it is growing, okay? The number of stores actually accepting, but crypto's doing this at the same time, and that they should have a correlating relationship, not that far apart, I wouldn't think, because it does have to be real. And if all I can do at the moment is transfer it back into fiat, pretty much in Australia, and don't get me wrong, that's a fantastic service that Living Room of Satoshi is offering, but I still get charged a percentage on that. So it's just speculation at the moment. I can't use the 10x card, man. Fast crypto news. It's Australia, bro. Can't use the 10x card here. They're not shipping to Australia. There's only like 1 or 2 crypto cards currently that I would even consider getting, because they're at the stage of development that I would feel secure using them, and because I can make it easy enough to use, but because I need a solution where I can spend PIVX. That's my primary currency. So while these crypto debit cards, there are a couple of them that I can already spend it on, Zappo and Ubic. I think you can spend PIVX on both of those on debit card, but I'm just waiting till that technology catches up a little bit and has had some testing by the general public before I decide which card I'm going for. At the moment, I certainly am leaning towards 10x, but I can't get it. So yeah, until I can, that's why I'm saying, like, it's all very exciting to see this price action, but I think it's important also to keep things in perspective. And to keep things into perspective, you have to factor in the rate of actual adoption. So the actual usability of the currency. And yes, we're increasing, but not at the same rate as the Bitcoin price is increasing, which to me says it's out of whack, which means it's overbought. That's the only conclusion I can come to. And I think, like, that's just my personal opinion, and that long term, I think I'll definitely be wrong. I just think short term, I think it's overbought. But, you know, Bitcoin, the core developers come out tomorrow and say, oh, we've done this, this, and this, and now you can move Bitcoin for a fraction of a cent, and it takes a fraction of a second, and Amazon are accepting it, Alibaba are accepting it, we've got it into eBay, blah, 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 blah. They do all that, and I'm just sitting here going, okay, I better get some more Bitcoin. But those announcements haven't been made yet. Those, you know, everything's planned. It hasn't happened yet. So until it's actually happened, I think we're buying on hype and buying on potential far more than we should on the actual value of it. Personal opinion. Yeah, I tend to think that you're going to see quick moves in this space as well, Grinkers. Now, I know you shouldn't drink sugary drinks, but I've gone for it this morning because I've been tired. Excuse me. Ice break, let me know if you want me to put a couple of stickers on the board. Sugary crap, but I do drink it. Yeah, Grinkers, yeah, I agree, man. I think the moves will be quick. I think BT, yeah. Yeah, exactly, Zhao. You don't know. You don't know. Zhao said this growth is not healthy. Just speaking to Mike, you know, guys having the chat in the chat there, which is, you're welcome to, by the way. Anyone watching, join in the chat. Throw out a coin, throw out a theory. It's all open discussion. But Zhao said, you know, it's not really healthy growth. And we're probably going to get a correction, but you never know. And you don't know. It can just keep going. Fast Crypto News says, Bitcoin has made me $30,000 in the last 30 days. This is insane. Yeah, there was a thing on the news in Australia about, you know, Bitcoin makes 15 more millionaires in Australia or something like that. So, yeah, it's done a lot of people well. But you guys also know that nothing can grow forever, ever, and nothing grows in straight lines. It doesn't. It might appear to at the moment, but it won't. There will be dips. How big, how severe, when? I got no idea. But there will be corrections. Yeah, exactly. Dave's made a good point there. If Bitcoin wasn't getting traded peer-to-peer and used on exchanges, he's saying what it's actually using. I think this is what you're getting at, Dave, and correct me if I'm wrong. But what's actually transactable, what's actually being used as Bitcoin currency is about 1% of the overall volumes, which is quite low. So yeah, it's I mean, it's an interesting debate. It is a really, really interesting debate because at the end of the day, if people are just going to keep buying it, regardless of what I've said just now about it being overbought no one cares about what I say. I don't control markets. That's just my personal opinion. That's got to be it, Agent. Oh, Mike, don't listen to him. It's a crypto wave investment crew inside joke, mate. Agent Smith is going to fork Bitcoin and he's going to call it Bitcoin cheater. That's his plan. So it's not real news there, Mike. Although with the success of many things, Agent Smith, I think if you called it Bitcoin cheater, I heard that Bitcoin God is getting released on the 25th of December this year. So yeah, why not Bitcoin cheater, man? Go for it. Stop talking about it. Do it, Agent Smith. Stop drinking. Where's Mrs. Smith? Pull him into line. Good to know. So I don't go talking about it. Yeah, and I don't go, oh, did you guys hear about this cheater, Bitcoin cheater that's coming out? Everyone will go, what? No, I'm being serious, Mike. Seriously, Bitcoin God, BTC God is, well, it won't be BTC God, but Bitcoin God is coming out 25th of December. That's like I heard that from someone yesterday, and I think it was Crypto Chronicus. And Crypto Chronicus keeps well abreast of these things. Yeah, that's the same. The swings are pretty big. Like my altcoin portfolio, the dollar value, it went down today, actually alarmed me because I was like, holy crap, that's a lot of dollars. But, you know, you've got to take it relative to where you started. But, yeah, I had heavy holds in Pay. I had heavy holds in Lisk. A few things that have retraced within this altcoin bloodbath, PIVX, of course. So my altcoin for dollar value just went, woo. So, but, you know, when it swings high, it goes, woo, like my sound effects. Yeah, so like you just got to learn to. That's if you sit there watching your account all day. Unless you're not an emotional person, then you just go, don't do it because the swings are massive, especially when you're like I know a lot of, and again I'm not disclosing personal investments, but I know of at least 3 of the crypto wave investment crew are holding over 6 figures in the crypto economy. So the swings on those accounts are like 10K plus on a swing. Swing down 10K, swing up 10K, and if you look at the bottom swing, it's like 20K because from 10K below par to 10K above par. Oh man, crazy, right? How many coins will be added to Coinbase in 2018? I've heard that they're setting themselves up to add quite a lot, Pablo. So good fiat to crypto exchange, but I honestly think they're going to get competition coming to the market because 4% is I could compete with 4%. I could, I'm pretty sure. I'd have to do the figures a bit better, but 4% seems a lot to get your fiat into the economy. So I think they're either going to have to reduce their fees or they are actually going to be willing competition to come into the market. We'll see what happens. But I understand quite a few. I'd love to see PIVX on there. People being able to buy PIVX directly with fiat currency on Coinbase. I know they already can on CoinSpot, I believe. CoinSpot, correct me if I'm wrong, guys. But CoinSpot already has a fiat to PIVX exchange in Australian dollars. And also Upbit has Korean won to PIVX. But I'd love to see a US dollar to PIVX exchange as well. That'd be great to see. I'm not sure if there's one available. I was asked a question this morning. I said, not that I know of. US dollar to PIVX direct, not that I know of. We've definitely got Korean won and Aussie dollar. Do you really even care, Mike? Mike goes, so where do we read more about the December 25th coin? I don't know. Bullshitforum.com? Who cares? It's another Bitcoin fork. It's going to do nothing. It will bring no value to the economy and it'll probably get bought and go up and people will speculate and trade it and all the rest of it. And who cares? Unless it's actually adding a value to what we're doing with developing blockchain technology. I'm not interested in supporting it. I'm not interested in trading it. Trade volumes that I give to any shit coin just increase its awareness. And I don't really want that. I want the good coins to succeed in our crypto economy to be taken more and more seriously every day. And I think it is at the moment, but I still think we've got a long, long, long way to go. And I think people are getting a bit head in the clouds at the moment, if I'm being honest, with the price action. Yes, it's very nice. It is. let's just try and stay grounded because this is, you know, I've seen things like this before. Agent Smith, Komodo. I knew you would come in and say Komodo. What did I say, guys? What did I say before? I said if Agent Smith starts coming in and shilling Komodo, nah, it's been good, man. We'll have a look at it now. Let's get back on to having a look at the coin. Komodo. Had a little bit of a chat. Let's have a look at Komodo. Down to $3 again. Agent Smith. I think that's buy time for me, man. Because I saw it run up to 4. Did you see that run up to 4? Last night, I think it was. Spiked massively on. I can't remember where it was. I think it spiked big on both. It might have spiked both of them. Yeah, it did. I'm looking. I might get some more Komodo. I got some extra money. I told you guys I took some out waiting for this for the altcoins. So I actually thought for Bitcoin as well. But either way, I've got some capital that I've taken out. So who cares? I can spend it wherever I like. And I'm looking at. I'll do the same thing I told my mum. I'll put half in today, and I'll wait for the risk event on Monday and see what happens. And I'm not putting half into Bitcoin. I'm putting it into these altcoins that I think are too cheap. Komodo's had decent activity recently, but I just am so bullish on this whole Monet's alliance. I think they've set up really, really well in Europe. So, yeah, Komodo, I might even buy some more. So what, Komodo, Lisk, Pay. I said I'll get those 3 today. Komodo, Lisk, and Pay. Trying to think. Let me try and round up a top 5 for you for today, and we can track how fishy goes in 7 days from now. Probably be down on all of them. Yeah, so I'm gonna get Komodo. I'm gonna get Lisk. Damn it, Lisk is starting to come back a little bit. I think Komodo, Lisk, Pay. PIVX at $4 is really tempting. Oh, Golem. That definitely 27.2 cents. I'm definitely getting Golem today now. So Golem 10x, Komodo. Yep. Arc, maybe. Yeah, hard to say. Hey, did you guys see Navcoin? Navcoin, another like an anonymous coin. I think they're a little bit more corporate, set out in New Zealand. It actually pumped up to $2. Dropped back now, but I think it's been really strong. Randall, what about the crypto kitties? How crazy is that, man? I have been trying to buy them for my nieces, believe it or not. And I have a friend who's just purchased 2 of them. Zhao is a crypto kitty holder. I'm not even joking. One of my most trusted advisors in the crypto economy buys crypto kitties. I believe I've set a record by being the first person with a handlebar mustache to place an order for a digital kitty. So I'm very happy about that, Randall. Oh man, it's insane, but you know, it is good because like one of my friends who got into crypto has got in through crypto kitties. She's obsessed already. I'm serious. She had to figure out how to get onto Coinbase and how to buy Ether and how to transfer to her wallet over there because she wanted a crypto kitty. So it's crazy, but shit, man, anything that can work in bringing attention on crypto to the masses is a good thing. I don't care if it's digital cats. I care a little bit that it's pushed up the it's got the network running a little slower because so many people are ordering bloody digital cats, but you know what, man? Whatever helps us get it out there to the masses, I think is a good thing. So I think crypto kitties will all be thanking in 12 months from now. Agent Smith, power off on excuse me, power on bullish on long term. I'm actually bearish on it short term because they're not going to have a working blockchain until 2019. It got well overhyped, being said that the Australian government was backing it. Australian government weren't backing it. It was a bloody innovation grant. Big difference. So I've got some. How's that? I'm bearish on it short term, but I still picked some up anyway. So yeah, man, I've got some. I think I'll wait on power and see if it retraces more, because I think people get bored in this economy. You're one of them, Agent Smith. You get super bored. You go, oh, it's not even got I didn't even realize that. I just bought it because it had a cool name, right, Agent Smith? And then you go, power sounded really cool, but now I found out, oh, no, it's not moving quick enough. I'm going to dump it. So yeah, I'm waiting for people like you to get bored and dump it, and then I'll try and stack in a little bit more, because I'm you guys know me, philosophically, I love the project as well. The idea of decentralizing the energy market in Australia, yes, please. So yeah, I'm happy to put some money behind. That's true, you're in and out, no joke. Hey Z, I had a quick look at it. Privacy coin with zero coin and masternodes. Yeah, well, we did it first. I think it's actually a fork of PIVX or something like that, isn't it? I was using a very similar thing. And the guy opened up a marketplace. I had a quick look, man. Didn't really have a massive look into four. It's something I'm interested to have a look at. Uber Guy. Uber Guy's a new one to the chat. How are you, Uber Guy? Oda just posted breaking news on $10 million ecosystem funds. You think Litecoin will be next up? I think Litecoin will continue to grow. I think that Litecoin is going to be more and more popular as people start to actually try and use their crypto. You got to think about, okay, there's really two scenarios, guys. This is either institutional money that's coming in now that's driving this action, or it's a lot of little people putting their $102 first goes into the crypto economy and FOMOing like crazy. FOMOing like a mofo. Sounds like a cool name for a song. FOMO like a mofo. Copyright, I'm writing that song. Anyway, getting back to it, I think that Litecoin will do well. Charlie Lee is very influential. He had the vision in the first place to see some of the concerns with Bitcoin and be forward thinking enough to bring out Litecoin as what I see as the first of the crypto version 2s. So yeah, I think Litecoin will do well. Charlie Lee's predicting 4 Litecoin to 1 Bitcoin. I think that's ambitious. Having said that, you know, Litecoin gets accepted by Alibaba and Amazon, and these rumors have been out there. If that starts happening, oh my goodness, the value of Litecoin is a drop in the bucket of where it should be. It's faster. It's cheaper to move than Bitcoin. So for me, yeah, I know that Bitcoin are working on solutions. Please don't get me mistaken. Bitcoin can still win and be super competitive and long-term win the currency race, if you like, to be used as an actual currency. But to me, at the moment, they're actually behind at this very point right now. So yeah, I like Litecoin, and it's a good alternative. I think that its availability is a huge factor in you know, it's available on virtually every exchange. And of course, Coinbase, which is probably one of the primary ways that people are getting their fiat in, at least in Australia. Bitcoin will win. Agent Smith, I'm not so sure. And also the other thing is that I hope everyone realizes that other coins don't have to fail for Bitcoin to win. And Bitcoin doesn't have to fail for other coins to win. I've always maintained there's a need in society for choice. We need choice. How are we going to know, and how are we going to continue to develop different thoughts and different ways of adapting the blockchain unless we've got different teams working on it? We can't. We'll just have everyone focused on big. That's stupid. I don't like monopolies. So no, I like choice. And whether Bitcoin wins or not, depends what you define winning as. Will it go higher than it is today? Yeah, probably. Will that happen by Monday? Probably. Will CME trading send it lower? I think it might. But long term, I don't even think we're close to historical highs. And if you think I'm just getting on the boat recently, you can check out the Standard article I wrote 6 months ago predicting 411,000 based on the maths I did. So I didn't predict that by any certain time. I predicted it like not a date or a day. I said when these events happen, this will be the price. And that's not exactly Nostradamus. That was just punching numbers into a calculator. So, you know, 10% of world economy, 22% BTC dominance, et cetera, et cetera. You take those factors into account and you come up with $411,000 per coin for BTC. But it's a long way between here and there. It's going to be competitors coming into market. Who knows what's going to happen in terms of develop. Like we've already seen Tangle come out as an alternative to blockchain. Like I still consider it somewhat blockchain, although it's not really. Sort of is, sort of isn't. But Tangle works in a different way to the actual blockchain itself. I guess it's not really blockchain. So we've already seen a different cryptographic method developed around the same concept of preventing double spends, thus allowing us to transact in a decentralized and digital environment. What's next? What's after Tangle? That's why I think it's sort of dangerous not to be a little bit diversified. At least I got Bitcoin. I got IOTA. I told you guys at least a week ago that I was diversifying into IOTA from Bitcoin as a hedge against Bitcoin not being the best form of the technology. I diversified ages ago into proof of stake models because I believe that they're economic. Like in terms of they're eco-friendly. They're far more eco-friendly than actual mining. Running proof of stake models uses a fraction of the electricity that mining pools uses. So being a bit of a bloody modern hippie, I like proof of stake models. BitTangle, that's actually a pretty cool name, Ethercept. You should trademark that right now. Praise Satoshi, says Agent Smith. Fish, I got 6 people referred to Binance now. I got 10 or 11. Still beating you, Agent Smith. By the way, the Binance referral is in the description. If you'd like to help me beat Agent Smith, go ahead and sign up under my account. Cheetah Chain? That's actually a really cool name. Cheetah Chain. You got some good marketing going on. You've actually got some really good thought patterns going on at the moment, Agent Smith. Drinking again? I'm assuming yes. Hey, whatever works for you to get that creative juices going, mate. Whatever works for you is your muse. All right, let's stop the Fish and Agent Smith banter show. Only to beat Agent Smith. Yes, mate. That's what I live for. I don't even really enjoy crypto anymore. I don't enjoy surfing. I don't enjoy my time working with the community at PIVX. All I enjoy now is just trying to beat Agent Smith. You're probably going to grab a beer in a minute? Yeah, cool, man. Sounds fun. Me too. It's just gone midday here. No, I'm joking. Guys, I'm probably going to check out, actually. Been pretty close to now. It's been a good conversation. For those of you who are new, you're welcome to subscribe to the channel. We do this every day. Have a bit of a crypto chat and chat about pretty much anything else. Hey, Dennis, I haven't seen you in ages. Dennis, you're an original subscriber, I'm sure of it. If not, subscribe now. Anyway, guys, if you do want to have a look at a coin, you're welcome to leave it in the comments of the video. Like our friend, what's her name? Where is she? Jen. And we'll have a look for you on the show. We won't always be able to do it directly like I just did for Jen, but we'll put it on the growing list of coins to have a look at. So thanks very much for joining in for the conversation today. You should have super chat. I don't even know what that is, Dennis. Oh, Dennis, I don't know what that is. Zhao, we need super chat. Zhao will get onto it for us. Yeah, so I'm off for the day, guys. It's been a great chat again. Hope the investing goes well for you. If you are investing today, please make sure to buy on the dips as best you can. Feel free to hit up the Discord group for some investment, like some technical analysis advice if you're not really strong at that. We're happy to help out the newbies at the Crypto Wave Investment Crew. So come over and join in the conversation. I'll catch up with you tomorrow for another one. Fish out. See you later.